We're delighted to be able to bring and draw on the expertise of probably the oldest centre for social innovation in the world, the Young Foundation. It's an important opportunity for us, and we look forward to an ongoing relationship with the Young Foundation as we grow and develop our centre here.
I'm just going to be fairly brief in just saying a few words about what I think the field of social innovation is, and why I hope there's a lot will be achieved here in the next few years. I mean, in some ways, what we're talking about here is very, very simple, which is how do you innovate better to meet social needs like unemployment or the needs of old age or healthcare. Nothing could be simpler in principle, but in fact how to do that is quite hard. And our methods of innovation in other fields like science and medicine in fact took 100, 150 years to become as mature as they are today. I think this is a field which in some ways is very global. And a big change for Britain, I think, in the last 10 or 20 years is realising that some of the most important things we need to do, we will not find within Britain, but we will find from other places around the world. Now, those will include New Zealand, as they often have in the past, but also Korea, or Brazil, or India, or Finland. And I think getting that global sense of this field is really important. And yet, in other respects, social innovation is very local, and often is grounded in ultra-local realities and works best when it's run by local people in a locality. And I'm just going to give you a little flavour, very telegraphically, of a few of the sorts of things we do. And if any are of interest, follow them up on the website or collar me. But I hope you'll get a flavour of the range which is possible in this field. So first of all, new schools. 2 weeks ago, the government in Britain announced backing for a network of 7 new schools which we're creating. Schools which came out of working with a group of teenagers who really hated schools and asking them what kind of school would you fight to get into rather than doing all you could to get out. And then for 2 years we've been working on the design of curriculum and structures and so on. And it's a model of school where learning is almost entirely done through real life projects. You learn your maths and your science, your English through running real enterprises, real projects as much as possible out in the community. And the field trials of it went incredibly well. They've now persuaded government to back them. So now we're in a sort of frenzy of trying to get a first set of schools up for next year, which is quite hard to do. Very different example in health. In January we launched a reward card for health in Birmingham. Whereby thousands of people in Birmingham will get points for healthy activities, like going to the gym or healthy food. And the economic analysis behind this suggests that even quite small changes to behaviour, if they reduce hospital visits, mean this will pay for itself very quickly. But we'll only find out by doing it to scale, working with the local health service. Very different example with 11-year-olds, which we just got the first year's evaluation last week on, was a class every week in happiness, which 4,000 11-year-olds have been doing in Britain, to the initial mockery of the media, until it became so clear this was having a remarkable effect on them and on their teachers that in every area it's now thought to be absolutely common sense that this is good, and the first year's evaluation has been incredibly positive for that. We have a commercial project, which again you can see on the web, called the School of Everything, on which anyone can teach and anyone can learn. In a way, our equivalent of the Open University 50 years ago was to create this very simple platform where if you want to learn perhaps interior decoration with cowries or how to play the piano, you can find a teacher in your area. And a very simple idea, taking off very fast across the world, but being done as a commercial one. One which they were very interested in China about was one called Fast Laners for unemployed graduates. Everywhere in the world is going to have a lot more unemployed graduates in the next year or two who may become rather angry. So we've been working on getting groups of unemployed graduates working together on their skills needs, but also beginning to take over empty high street premises as the recession bites and turning them into what we're calling fast colleges, where they can quickly learn new skills and teach others at ultra low cost. All of these usually very simple projects, but quite challenging ones to some of the status quo, and always We try to measure their results, see if they work or not, and if they do, then get them growing. I don't underestimate how difficult it will be, though, for any of you involved in this, or indeed for Justine. Michael Young, who was about as successful a social innovator as everyone, experienced almost every time he came up with a new idea, people would say, no, it can't be done, it's a crazy idea. When he suggested the Open University, every single university said it was a stupid idea and wasn't willing to give him any help. When he suggested what became National Health Service Direct in Britain, the health department said it was a complete waste of money. He got the experience of seeing that the initial reaction no is not necessarily one to be taken seriously. And one of his messages to us was always take no as a question, not as an answer.